I always wondered what's racism. What's actually racism? Because you done know there are Sri Lankan racist Sri Lankans to other race. You know what I
Tamil.
mean?
I mean, all.
So,
I think all races have that. I think that's
so
why it's not a race thing; it's a human thing.
I think exactly. It's just a human thing. I don't know, man. I ask sometimes, why people behave like that, and you ask yourself like, what is actually racism? Why? At what point people actually, what do you think? Do you think racism as a feeling of hate towards people, or how do you define
I
racism?
think I mean, it makes me less qualified to even say it, but I think I can recall on some stuff that I could say. I can have a point to it, which is I would, for me, for that question, I would say it's more about experiences. Like, let's say in UK, I never experienced racism because I never experienced it personally. But in Germany, I was able to experience this. Now I can label it. If you ask me what that was, I would say racism. That was racism when I was a kid.
So
When I was
what did you experience in Germany?
even stuff like when I was a kid, man, 10 years old, I would get called Schwarzkopf. There would be always, there would be next to my school, there was another school which was like where the naughty kids went, or the dropouts or something. They were the trouble kids or something. I have to be protected from them. That area, I have to go or walk around because they will just bully you just because you look different in that town. And if you ask me, how do I label that? That's racism, right? So it's yeah, I think it's a good question you ask. It comes down to events, life events, and experiences.
So it is at the end of the day how you feel with the experience. The feeling
Experience,
of the experience is
bro. There were German other white people protecting me from them.
yeah.
Those kids, you know what I mean? So it's something they recognized as well. Okay, look, this is what they do. This is stupid. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I would say experiences, man. What about you? Like, what would you say? What's your definition, or what is it to you?
The thing is, man, is again, maybe I don't understand. That's why I'm really like questioning this because I'm not sure what's exact. To be fair, I never experienced racism. I can hands down say that.
Hmm.
Even in Germany or in UK, I actually never experienced racism. As in, I have seen people being racist towards other people, but I never personally racially attacked me.
Hmm.
And hey, maybe they don't want to fuck with the big dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but bro, that also you got to understand that. Okay, that's another reason you might not have a definition to that, and that's another reason you might not be able to understand the other person. My small experience, that's like nothing compared to the black
Nothing towards
experience.
what's going on.
No,
Yeah,
especially with the
black
black
people.
experience, the black history. That's some next level. Mine is literally school ground shit, bro. This is next level. This is next level. But
But all right, so that's what it is. But then let's say, all right, you know what? Let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? It, like take Sri Lankan parents, right? Hands down, I can tell you they are racist towards black people. They are racist towards white people, right? They would easily. All right. Let's say your mom. Let's say an example. Your mom has a daughter, right? Let's say I don't know, man. Maybe I'm judging. Let's say a typical Sri Lankan family has a daughter, and she goes for a white dude,
yeah,
right? The first thing is going to get objection,
yeah.
right? They're not gonna say, that's cool. You know
Mm,
what? If you
mm.
would say that, that's naive. The first thing you're gonna get objection because you know they don't want to. They see that as a how do I say? I don't know. How do they feel?
And
You,
now, I think the case again when you say again what you're saying, it doesn't apply to all Sri
no,
Lankan
it
families.
doesn't.
The
The
same
thing is,
way.
it's the majority. Let's talk about majority.
I mean, the same way we can't say white people are racist because that's again not true.
No,
Again,
it's not true. But then I'm just saying there is racism.
there is
In
100%. There is. Let me
That's what
answer.
I mean. That's
Yeah,
what I mean.
let
I'm
me
just saying,
answer.
like, even in Sri Lankan people, there's a racism exists towards whites,
Ev-
black. bro. You know what I mean? Yeah,
it's a
your daughter, anyone's daughter walking with a black dude, you know what? They're gonna be gunshots and knife, everything. All right.
that is
And
bro. Yeah,
anyone daughter walking in the house with a white dude, there's gonna be gunshots.
bro.
Anyone daughter walking with a Chinese dude, there's gonna be gunshots. All right. That's what I'm saying. There's gonna be issue. So we can't just say only particular white people are racist. We can't say racism exists across the board. Simple as that, right? But why is it coming? I mean, why there is a race? In my opinion, there's only one reason:
what's that?
tribalism. Because if you dissect human behavior, I think we feel like we belong to a tribe, right? That could be the tribe could be the tribe could be, labeled because it's religious or because it's a race, like what race you are you Tamil, blah blah. A tribe could be anything. You could have 3 legs and you become a 3-leg tribe, right?
Yeah. You could be a brown 3-leg. You'll be a brown 3-leg. If you could be a white 3. You could be a reddish and yellow mix. Then you'll be another tribe.
Exactly. That become a tribalism. And tribalism, what happened in the tribalism? Goes back to, way back. You know what I mean? Our hunting age and all that. And this is embedded.
Animals have that now. Like in animals, tribalism exists to this day. Like every area.
They don't like a donkey, right? Even though they're in the same family, rolling with another horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as simple as that. And then because the tribalism, and we don't like intruders. Let's say, look, English people, they have their English country, cool, but they don't naturally like it when other tribe, white, blacks, Asian, coming in. That's what tribalism is, because your DNA itching. Your DNA itching. Oh, damn, what's going on? What's going on? They're taking over place. But they could be modernized, right? They could not show it, but innerly, deep down, right? You might see it. You know what? 2020, we can't do that. We can't show that. We can't say that. Blah blah blah. But deep down, everybody racist, because racism is tribalism. That's how I see it.
All right, cool.
And that's why I don't get mad when I see people being, because you can let things get loose. You know what I mean? When you put emotions, when you start to give emotions to these racism things. But if you think like that, you're like, all right, you know what, man, you just acting because this is what we are.
That's the programming. Programming.
I know a lot of people will now, jump up and down. Fuck, you know what, you can't do that. You know what, they're doing it. But again, even black people think it's just tribalism. You know what I mean? This is what happened. Yes, it's cruel. It's not nice what they've done. But the underlying reason for racism is just literally what's in our DNA, man.